A new global superpower is rising fast. This briefing is evidence-based and inspired by contemporary analysis and our own assessment. We examine three lenses: economic scale, demographics, and strategic posture, and draw concrete implications for policy and business. How will these structural shifts reshape alliances, markets, and strategy? India's rise is marked by a powerful combination of a young, growing population, rapid economic expansion, indigenous technological innovation, and a non-aligned, independent foreign policy. These factors make India uniquely resilient and influential on the world stage. In contrast, China, while still a dominant force in global manufacturing and the economy, now grapples with a shrinking, aging population and finds itself in strategic conflict with the West. The United States remains the world's foremost power, yet faces its own demographic and strategic headwinds, and its traditional approach is less effective when dealing with a democratic, self-reliant India. Meanwhile, the Eurozone continues to wield significant economic influence, but is challenged by slow growth, an aging society, and difficulties achieving cohesive strategic direction. Together, these dynamics are reshaping the global order, with India emerging as a key player whose independence and growth set it apart from other major powers. Economic growth and scale. In the year 2024, the economic landscape of India, China, the United States, and the Eurozone reveals significant disparities in growth and size. India leads as the fastest growing major economy with a GDP growth rate of 8.2%. China follows with a growth rate of 5%, while the United States grows modestly at 1.6 to 1.7%, and the Eurozone records growth between 0.8% and 1.2%. In terms of purchasing power parity PPP, China's economy is the largest globally at over $35 trillion, with the US at nearly $29 trillion and India at approximately 14.6%, beg your pardon, 14.6 trillion. The Eurozone, when considered as a whole, reaches around $43.5 trillion. On a nominal basis, the US economy is the largest, ranging from 28 to $29 trillion, while China's nominal GDP is about $18.3 trillion. The Eurozone stands at roughly $28.2 trillion, and India approaches the $4 trillion mark. India's significant growth narrows the economic gap with its counterparts. While China remains a key player in global manufacturing, despite slowing growth, the US continues to exhibit maturity and innovation, whereas the Eurozone confronts slow growth and structural challenges, signaling a shifting global economic order, with India's rise contributing to increased dynamism in both regional and global markets. Demographics. India's population has now surpassed China, and with a median age of just 28, it enjoys a multi-decade workforce advantage. China, by contrast, is shrinking and aging rapidly, with a median age nearly 39 years, creating long-term constraints. The US and Eurozone both face aging populations, but the US offsets some of the impact through immigration and labor participation, while the Eurozone's slower growth and limited immigration reduce its dynamism. Demographics are destiny. Choices in labor, education, and migration will determine whether these numbers translate into geopolitical power. Technology and innovation. When examining the technological and innovation landscape, India stands out in digital payments with its Unified Payments Interface (UPI), processing 131 billion transactions in 2024, promoting financial inclusions at low cost. In contrast, China's centralized payment systems, including Alipay and WeChat Pay, process over 120 billion transactions but are fee based and state directed. The US leads in innovation, particularly in artificial intelligence and biotechnology, processing about 160 billion transactions via private networks, though access remains less inclusive. The Eurozone faces issues with fragmented innovation and digital adoption. In space exploration, India is noted for cost-effective missions like the $75 million Chandrayaan 3, while China and the US through NASA invest significantly in lunar and Mars missions. The European Space Agency shows creativity but lacks ambition. Each country presents different models of innovation. India focuses on inclusion, China on scale, and US on a vibrant private sector, and the Eurozone on fragmented approaches. India's advancements set notable benchmarks in digital payments and technological efficiency. Manufacturing is where scale meets strategy. India is climbing the value chain with strong output growth, rising exports, and a vast pipeline of engineers. China still dominates global manufacturing but faces rising labor costs and slowing growth, pushing it forward higher value production and automation. The US focuses on advanced high value manufacturing driven by technology and capital intensity, while the Eurozone maintains quality but struggles with cost and competitiveness. The result is a rebalancing of supply chains and investment flows, opening opportunities for reshoring, diversification, and regional industrial partnerships. Political system and global strategy. Political systems shape strategic choices. India's vibrant democracy enables a pragmatic multi-vector foreign policy that resists containment and seeks partnerships across blocs. China's one-party model allows rapid centralized decision-making and assertive global ambitions, often clashing with Western interests. The US operates an alliance, building superpower defending a rules-based order, but its tools are strained by new multipolar dynamics. The Eurozone projects economic weight and regulatory influence, but lacks a unified strategic posture, making it a powerful yet fragmented actor on the geopolitical stage. Global influence and future trajectory. Looking ahead, influence will be decided by who sets standards, builds coalitions, and sustains demographic and technological momentum. India is poised to set norms in digital inclusion and lead a bloc of developing nations. China will continue to export infrastructure and manufacturing models. The US will retain technological and financial standard setting power. The Eurozone will shape regulatory and financial norms. By 2050, these trajectories suggest a more plural world where power is distributed across complementary strengths rather than concentrated in a single hegemon. The strategic imperative for all actors will be to convert domestic advantages, demographics, tech industry into durable international influence. Summarizing our presentation so far, India, China, the United States, and the Eurozone are evaluated across key dimensions of future world order. India displays the highest growth potential driven by a young growing population, while China's growth is moderating due to an aging population. The US has moderate growth with a slowly aging demographic, and the Eurozone experiences low growth with the oldest demographic profile. India's technological leadership is marked by inclusive digital infrastructure like the UPI payment system, contrasting with China's massive tech sector and the US's innovation driven model. Manufacturing in India is evolving while China remains a dominant manufacturer facing rising costs. The US focuses on high tech production, and the Eurozone deals with integration challenges. Politically, India as a democracy maintains a non aligned foreign policy, whereas China is an authoritarian state with an ambitious global posture. The US emphasizes alliances, and the Eurozone's democratic complexity hampers unified decision making. Strategically, India's independent policies and pragmatic collaboration set it apart, with its demographic and technological advantages framing it as a uniquely influential player in shaping the global order future. In concluding this presentation, India's rise on the global stage is defined by a unique combination of strengths. As a vibrant democracy with a massive population and a young expanding workforce, India enjoys both scale and energy that few other countries can match. Its focus on indigenous innovation, especially in digital infrastructure and technology, further accelerates its progress. Unlike many major powers, India maintains strategic autonomy, pursuing independent policies that serve its own interests. This sets India apart from China's centralized approach, America's alliance driven leadership, and the Eurozone's collective but often fragmented strategies. As a result, India is not easily contained, isolated, or pressured by external forces, making it a pivotal player poised to shape the next phase of global order.